What matters most are the intentions we form on issues of personal interest and of course issues of global insight as well. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this weekend edition of the program. It is Global Insight on For You Media Africa. Today we continue with our topic on values and spirituality as foundations of diplomacy. Taking again on this topic, we want to explore all the narratives surrounding how the global world can form ideas, and especially on issues that concern the interconnected world. So you are most welcome to this TV program where we are going to give more details or dive into the intersection of values, spirituality, and diplomacy. It is already obvious that today's world is interconnected, and globalization as well as international relations have taken another dimension. So we are going to explore how fostering a deep connection to values and spirituality can actually help the global world and serve as the solid foundation upon which effective diplomacy can be built, especially in a more globalized world. And we accentuate again on the question, can the realms of values and spirituality merge to redefine the very essence of global relations, of international relations? You are most welcome. We are together for 2 hours, but we have two pertinent things to talk about. And our first topic for this day is still centered on how values and spirituality can help countries, nations define their diplomacy, especially when dealing with other countries. I will go straight away without wasting much time to introducing the panel that will brief us on this very important topic, or the first topic this day. And it's with pleasure that I introduce to you this panel of experts, starting with SWAMI BRAHMDEV, who is the founder of AUROBINDO I beg your pardon, UniDiversity. Hello to you, Swami, and thanks for joining Global Insight this moment.
I have to speak.
Hello, you're welcome
Hello.
to the program.
Namaste, namaste.
Thank you. Looking forward to having a fruitful discussion with you, Swami. And we now acknowledge the presence of VITALY NIKIFOROV, expert in international relations. It's a pleasure having you this day on For You Media, and particularly on Global Insight this day, VITALY.
Okay, thanks. Yes, I'm very grateful to and humbled to be in the company of such famous experts, and express my gratitude to be welcomed to this particular event. Thank you.
And thank you, too, for accepting to share your insight on these very topical issues. We not only talk politics, but also we look at how even traditional values can help to define the diplomacy, especially in contemporary society. Let's take you now to Algeria, meeting Professor Layet Zaklami, Algiers University Faculty of Information and Communication. Hello to you, Professor Layet. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello, Clarice. Good afternoon to you. Thank you for having me on your program. Thank you to your guests, Vitaly and Swami, and I look forward to exciting debate over the issue of values and spirituality as the foundation of diplomacy nowadays.
Indeed, the place of values and spirituality as the foundation of diplomacy. I will kickstart this conversation with you, Professor Laid, we are looking at the world that is taking another dimension today, and of course, the place of values and spirituality from the African perspective, and particularly Algeria. What holistic approach can you give to the topic values and spirituality, and how these can or is already helping African nations to define their diplomacy, especially on international relations?
Thank you once again, Clarice. Actually, it is not easy nowadays that if you look around within your Algeria government, Algerian state, and with Africa and worldwide, you see, I think diplomacy is the last value to be considered with, because if we look now at the news worldwide, the things are getting are very worsened, because if you follow what the news said today, we are on the verge of a new war between Iran and of course, and Israel, with the support of USA, after we have already been witnessing 7 months of trouble and genocide in Gaza. So that's to say, I don't think now the values of diplomacy are the key issue, or the main, I would say, values, that the main things that they are considered. Diplomacy is left out at all, and now it looks as we are witnessing pressure. We are witnessing war of words, war of image, war of threats, and more than that, the arms will be unfortunately the leading aspect, and diplomacy is the last thing to think about nowadays. So if we talk about the situation in North Africa or in Africa overall, we have a lot of trouble, a lot of regional conflict, whether in Democratic Republic of Congo, whether in Western Sahara, whether in Libya, whether in of course in many parts in Mozambique and Nigeria with the emergence of terrorist attacks and so forth. So violence, conflict are of common occurrence, and I don't think when we speak about values and spirituality, we speak about values of forgiveness, of tolerance, of respect, of hearing each other, of listening to each other, of making dialogue, of communicating between each other, of making trust. All these values are left, but the arms have been speaking so far. So I hope that people of wisdom, people of common sense, and of responsibility, of maturity will come in and stop. Unfortunately, if we look, as I said, if we look at the situation now between Iran and Israel, I cannot see any prospect of any peaceful prospect or solution, because diplomacy is left out, and we are about to start crashing between each other. Unfortunately, countries like USA and most of Western countries and those members of the veto of the Security Council are supporting Israel one way or the other. I think we have at least some kind of balance with of course, China and Russia, which asked for an appeasement. So again, when we have huge, big countries, as I said, great countries are brandishing the threats and the arms instead of diplomacy, I feel very sorry, and I feel pessimistic for the future of the world.
Okay, thank you, sir, so much. Getting your understanding of the topic, Swami, with the change evolving around the global world, we see serious sectors actually being affected by this change arising from relations at the national and as well international level. Now, want to have your own understanding of or the definition of this term diplomacy while inculcating the tools of values and diplomacy in especially in international relations or foreign relations?
Hello?
Yes, Swami, I can hear you.
Yes, yes. The thing is that change is the beauty of life.
Absolutely.
And change is the meaning of life. Life is a constant, unending process of evolution, and evolution always create new situations, new problems, and new circumstances, always something new to face.
Indeed.
We, human beings, are always learning, growing, and always moving forward, always progressing. And many lessons of life which we have to learn, nature knows, because nature knows what nature, why nature created us, and what is the purpose of life on this earth. So always, globally, we are all made up of the same substance, and the problem of all humanity is whatever problem we are facing, the solution of all the problem is only one thing: how to grow consciousness, how to more awake, how to live with more selfless, self-giving, and how to create all these values, what we call the values of life, means what the nature, we can learn from the nature. The whole nature around us is always with selfless and self-giving attitude exist, and they always create harmony. And always you see there is a big diversity, but there is a big unity in all the nature. So now is the time. Always we are learning from the nature, from the childhood, from the beginning. And the thing is that sometimes when we enter into our selfless and egoistic life, then our process of evolution becomes stagnant, slow. And sometimes nature tries to shake us, to awake us, and to awake us sometimes some hard process, sometimes wars, sometimes catastrophes, sometimes some sort of big shocks. Nature creates to awake us. So the purpose of all whatever in life happens is that how there some perfection can come in the life, how we can awake and make our life more peaceful, beautiful, and how we can unite all together and live like a one family. We are all made of same substance. We are all made of like a same substance, and we are all came from the same source. And the only thing is that we have this life, but we have not the knowledge how to live this life. So always life is making experiments, and through these experiments, slowly, little, we are learning and growing our consciousness and awaking. And I think one day our consciousness will grow enough to unite all and to live in peace and harmony. And that is the message, that is the only purpose of spirituality, and that is the only purpose of life. And so, never afraid from the change, always cooperate, always collaborate, and whenever life knock your doors for a change, always open yourself, be receptive, and always cooperate, collaborate.
Indeed.
And instead of crying and complaining, always try not to allow any negativity and never try to see negativity. Always there is something good in everything. But we have to grow that nature in us to see what is good in all, what is good in everything. In Indian spirituality, that we learn from childhood that whatever was happened, that all happened for your betterment, and whatever is happening for the betterment, and whatever will happen on earth in the life of everyone will happen for the betterment. Because nature is not our enemy. The creative essence, that unknown source who is behind this life is very kind. And that source knows what is the purpose of all this game, why nature is creating that. So it is a wonderful game, this game of life. And in this game of life, all globally, all the humanity, all countries, they are, according to their understanding, according to their level, according to their culture, according to their traditions, philosophies, according to their way of thinking, according to their understanding, they are all trying their best to find the solutions of the human problems and to learn and to grow and to progress.